I think it's about time we had a serious conversation about PenFed membership application line by line instructions for folks 18 years and over. If you agree with me, I want you to come along. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweaty Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing marvelous, as I am. If you're doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee, or tea, or vodka, LS roll. In today's discussion, I will be speaking to you about PenFed membership application line by line instructions for folks who are 18 years and over. I'll first talk about the benefits of PenFed membership before walking you through the actual application process. So if you're just here for the application step by step, please fast forward 5 minutes ahead. Why should you choose PenFed? PenFed is a great institution, as great as Navy Fed. With PenFed, you have a constellation of great products, including checking accounts, savings accounts, CDs, money market accounts, and so on and so forth. Okay, they also are great when it comes to services. They actually have a plethora of discounts for their beloved members. For example, I'm going to walk you through some of the discounts, the member discounts that you might enjoy. You have the GAP, the Guaranteed Asset Protection. This is where you protect your auto loan investments. This includes complimentary ADR benefits. You also have mechanical breakdown protection, car buying service, auto insurance program, Seguros Multiple. This is for PenFed members in Puerto Rico. They have a national car rental, Alamo, which offers special offer for PenFed members. You have NTB, Big O Tires, Tire Kingdom, Merchants, True Stage Auto Insurance. And I'm only giving you a lot of benefits related to cars because based on our analysis, 73% of PenFed members, they've said that they enjoy this kind of benefits. So besides benefits that are related to car ownership, you have other benefits when it comes to life insurance, when it comes to regular insurance, when it comes to investments, when it comes to wealth planning. PenFed has it all. So this is a great all-in financial institution, very prestigious. They have a 24/7 customer service. You can access your account through your laptop, through your smartphone, through an ATM, and this 24 hours a day, every single day. Isn't that beautiful? That, my friend, is beautiful. In addition to the services and the discounts they also have two great features that we love here at the Sweaty Kiwi Show. PenFed has an advice center. An advice center that wants to be a one-stop resource to keep you on the right track for tomorrow. You can see on the screen they have on the advice center, you can get PenFed online help. Do you have a problem right now? Do you have a financial problem you want to talk about? Go to PenFed Advice Center. You can get online help. They have a variety of calculators there that can help you. They have forms. They have a financial hardship center. Speaking of which, I want to talk about that. What is the Financial Hardship Center? This is a center, if you will, that provides assistance for borrowers seeking financial relief in a variety of matters, okay? And so applying for assistance. So everybody knows, folks, life happens to everyone. We all know that. Been there, done that. So when you apply for assistance at PenFed, the institution will work with you to explore all options and help you understand which one best suits your situation. They'll also work with you to determine the solution that is right for you, whether your situation is a temporary hardship, 6 months or less, or a permanent situation. And all you got to do, you first have to start by sending them your information. This is how the whole thing works, okay? And one of their loss mitigation analysts will contact you to begin the process. And the process is the same whether you have a mortgage, credit card, auto loan, or any type of loan with PenFed. Because at the end of the day, the bottom line is that PenFed wants to really help you, and they want to help you get your back on your feet. What are the types of help? They can help you with a constellation of workout options depending on the type of loan you have, from deferring payments, a forbearance agreement, a repayment plan, or even a modification. And we've seen that. And so if you have a mortgage and you can't pay, well, listen, they may be able to work with you on a short sale or deed in lieu of foreclosure. If you're seeking assistance on a mortgage and the loan has been sold to a government-sponsored enterprise such as Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac, they will follow their assistance guidelines. Okay, this is important. And what are the steps to apply? You want to gather your information. You want to send them to PenFed. They will review everything. They will provide options to you, and they do this usually within 5 days. And they will call you to discuss further. And based on their options, you let them know your decision. And once you send them your decision, they will review and let you know about the next steps. All along, you will be speaking to your loss mitigation analyst. To really make the whole process work, there are a few things you need to do. You got to provide some documents, okay? So if you have any questions about collecting and or completing your documents, you want to call 1-800-247-5626, 1-800-247-5626, and you want to request to speak with loss mitigation. So to begin your request for assistance, you will need to provide certain documents. And this is the list of the initial documentation required, and they may require additional documentation to complete their review depending on the kind of hardship you have. And let's talk about the income verification. How do you prove that? They might ask for gross pre-tax wages, salaries and overtime pay, commissions, tips and bonuses, self-employment income, unemployment benefit income, taxable Social Security, pension, disability, death benefits, adoption assistance, housing assistance, and other public assistance, non-taxable Social Security or disability income, rental income, rents received, for example, less expenses other than mortgage expense, investment or insurance income, other sources of income not listed above. And for hardship documentation, you can do this through unemployment, reduction of income, a hardship that has caused a decrease in your income due to circumstances outside of your control, long-term or permanent disability, or serious illness of a member, co-member, or dependent family member, the death of a family member or wage earner in the household, divorce or legal separation, business failure, disaster, natural or man-made, impacting the property or the borrower's place of employment, distant employment transfer, relocation, other hardship that is not covered above. So the bottom line here is that you need to document your hardship. You need to explain to them what really happened so they can have an idea of the best way to help you. And overall, I should just say that PenFed can help you buy a house, buy a car, plan for retirement, save money, get a loan, all of that, even plan a wedding. Yes, they can actually give you a loan to plan your wedding and give you that loan at very advantageous rates. Now let me talk to you about the online application. As I told you earlier, we're going to review in today's show the online application as well as the paper application. So the online application, you got to go to PenFed.org and you have to go to home, PenFed.org/s/membership. There, you have to click on Join Now. Do you see on the screen here, on the top right part, you have Join Now and Log In. You need to, if you want to join, you have to click Join Now. Then you have here the next screen. They want to have basic information about you, your first name, last name, your email address, your mobile number. If you want to give them your home number and work number, that's fine also. But they want to have your cell phone. That's the primary contact conduit they want to have from you. And next, you want to talk about if you want to have, I already spoke about that. So once you do this, you need to click the box, check that box there that shows that you have read, understood, and accepted the communication consent. The communication consent is the link, is the little link above the checkbox there, right? Once you do that, you just click continue. And now the system will want to have more information about you, your mailing address. Okay, you want to put your zip, your city, your state. And speaking of identity verification, they want to have your date of birth, your social, and if the number is an ITIN, you want to say that. ITIN means individual tax identification number. This will apply to you if you are a foreigner. If you're an alien, then you want to put that in here. And in any case, it's okay. PenFed membership is open to non-residents also. It's just that there are some there are some tax consequences. For example, there is Form W-8BEN that you need to fill, but they just want to know. And your employment information, you want to put your whether you're employed, where you were employed, your title, your occupation, your company's name. And they're asking you other questions. If you've served in the military before, if you're planning to transfer funds internationally, if you would like to add a beneficiary or a joint owner. Click continue. And here you just have to review the information here. Just make sure if everything is fine, click continue. If not, you can still edit the info to make sure it is accurate. So on each section, there is the edit button, right to the right, on the right side. Just click on it to edit the kind of information you want to change. So next, once you click continue, they want you to review and agree. So those are the terms and conditions here on the screen. So now I know not a lot of people read this, but it is important. If you don't want to read it, at least you want to save it, you want to print it out. Remember that at any point during the application process, you can still call PenFed. Okay, you can call them up, no problem. And next, they want you to consent to e-delivery for PenFed membership accounts documents and consolidated statements. So you have to check the box if you agree to, and we strongly recommend that you do. Same thing for e-delivery for tax statements. They want you to agree that they can send this to you electronically. If you don't agree, they might charge you $1. So this is just a no-brainer. Agree to it. It's good for the environment. It's good for your pockets. Click continue. So the system will process whatever information you fed into it. It probably takes 15 seconds, right? And then here, they want you to upload some documents. So they will ask you to upload things like your driver's license, your social security card. So you just upload the documents, click upload documents. And here you can upload your government issued identification. Next, you upload your address verification. And then you upload your social security number verification. And you click submit. Click continue rather, and that's it. So they'll just give you a confirmation message. Thank you for submitting your information. And what will happen next is that you will receive an email where they will just recap everything. And if they're asking you for additional information, they'll let you know in the email. The reason why in our case they've been asking us a lot of information in terms of our IDs because we have inputted fictitious data. So they were just, the system, the algorithm at PenFed was not able to trace us. They're not able to identify us, okay? So that's why they wanted us to send a US government issued ID such as driver's license or passports. They're also asking for a utility bill, anything that will identify you not only by name, but also by address, all that kind of stuff, okay? I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Suited Kiwi Show. We're also having a conversation about PenFed membership application line-by-line instructions. So I've already spoken to you about the online application. Now I want to speak to you about the paper application. This is important because there are a lot of people out there who don't want to do anything online, right? They don't want to file electronically. So you can actually just print the form and walk to the nearest PenFed branch, sit with the rep, and then finalize everything there. So here is the paper application. This is how it looks like. The first section. Okay, so basically you are applying for a PenFed membership application or a signature card. So here you have to select whether this is a new membership or you want to open a secondary share account or you want to update your share account number. Okay, you have to select whatever it is. Here we are interested in new membership. So you have to section number 1, member information. This is pretty straightforward. So you have to put your first name, your last name, your date of birth, your full social security number, your mailing address. And in some cases, people have mailing addresses that are different from physical address. If that's your case, then you want to put your physical address there. If not, you just put non-applicable. You have to put your day phone, evening phone, or cell phone. In this case, the cell phone is mandatory. As we saw for the online application, the cell phone is mandatory. You can, for the day phone and evening phone, those are optional. And then you want to put your email address. And this is what I was telling you earlier in terms of agreeing for e-deliveries of tax statements as well as account information. So if you don't want to pay $1 fee for mail statements, you want to check that box here. Okay, so you get free e-statements. You get free e-statements notifications. You will receive an email confirmation with instructions to confirm your e-statement option. Step number 2, eligibility. So this step is not necessary if you are an existing PenFed member, but if you are new, then you have to select how you actually are eligible, whether you have military affiliation. If you do, you have to click which branch of the military you are affiliated with. If you are a member of another organization that is affiliated to PenFed, that's fine also. If you are affiliated through family, through biology, you want to say that here, and you want to put the name of the member, the current PenFed member, as well as the relationship. And if you are an American Red Cross volunteer or employee, you want to specify that. One thing I want to say is that 98%, according to our research, of Americans qualify for PenFed and Navy Fed membership. So even if you're not a military, even if you have no military affiliation, you can still qualify. So you can just apply on penfed.org, or you can call 1-800-247-5626. The number again is 1-800-247-5626. Section number 3, ownership designation. Now, remember that here, by default, your account will be individual if you make no selection. So if you want anything else but individual accounts, you need to specify things here. So you have 3 options. You have individual, joint account with survivorship, and joint account without survivorship. So if you choose the individual option, upon your death, the account will pass as part of your estate under your will, trust, or by intestacy. If selected, do not complete the joint ownership section. What does intestacy means? Intestacy means that you die, or the account owner dies, rather. I don't want to scare anybody away. So if the account owner dies and they own more property than their existing obligations, then there is an excess, right? That excess will be transferred according to the laws of intestacy. It depends on the state where you are. So intestacy means that you die without a will, but you have more money, more moolah than debts. So the courts have to determine how to actually distribute that moolah, that cash. You also have joint accounts with survivorship. So upon the death of a party having ownership of the account, the deceased party's ownership will pass to the surviving parties of the account. If you have joint account without a survivorship, we have a similar scenario similar to the individual account ownership. And here you just have to read everything and agree to comply with all its terms and conditions. You have to put the same information for the joint owners. So the first name, last name, social security number, the physical address, date of birth. Do the same thing for if there's a third joint account owner. You can put that. Remember that you can have several account owners for a single account. We've seen families where you have the dad, the mom, and the grandfather and the grandmother also wanted to have the same PenFed account. So this is totally possible. And the joint owner, every joint owner must sign, okay? And here you have to put also the beneficiary designation if that applies to your case. Then you have to put the name, first name, last name of all beneficiaries on the account. Here we only have a space for 3 beneficiaries, but if you have more, you can attach a separate piece of paper, and then just let the PenFed know. And then once you do all this, you have to sign and date. And then next you have to read the membership agreement. And next you just have to, and that's it. That's really it. And PenFed wants you to retain and read for your records. That's it. All right, folks, this is it for today's conversation. I was quickly talking to you about PenFed membership application line-by-line instructions for folks ages 18 and over. I gave you an overview. I showed you how to apply it online and how to apply in the paper form. Thank you so much for your attention. I'll speak to you another time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.